Hello, fellow snappers. So we recently had an OTA, and in my opinion, it was pretty lackluster. We had some nerfs and we had some buffs. Some of them didn't make any sense at all. But then again, I am not a game developer, so what do I know? Maybe it'll make sense down the road. Who knows? Either way, the change that did catch my eye was Karen Page going from a 4-5 to a 4-6. So what Karen Page does is on reveal give one of your 1, 2, and 3 cost characters plus 2 power each. So she's basically a 4-12 after it's all said and done. Now that 1 point of power may seem insignificant, but in the deck that I have for you today, it's really not. This is basically a rework of a deck that I showcased in the video that you'll see up above here. I just swapped out Luke Cage, Stick, and Sasquatch, and I put in Snowguard, Phastos, and Jubilee Silver Surfer. So I kind of wanted to see if Karen could carry the deck at 6 power, being one of the highest powered cards in here, and she actually did. So we'll go over the list here and then get to some gameplay. A lot of familiar faces in the buff deck, especially American Chavez, who was a 1-2 on reveal. Give the top card of your deck plus 3 power, which can really come in handy if she hits Jubilee Silver Surfer. And we got Snowguard, who's a 1-2. Add the Hawk and Bear Auroras to your hand. The Hawk is a 3-3. On reveal, ignore all location abilities until the end of turn. Great for turning off magic, or turning off limbo, I should say, on turn 6. The Bear is a 3-4. On reveal, trigger the effect of this location. Now some people might ask why you have Snowguard in a buff deck. Well, I wanted some tech for location changing because I got sick of all the people playing Magic, which seems to be every other game. So, and I also think a lot of people forget what the card does because no one plays it anymore. So I was able to steal some cubes by turning off Limbo on turn 6. And then we have Forge, who is a 2-2. On reveal, he'll give the next card you play plus 2 power. Great for hitting like a Jubilee or a Captain Marvel or anything like that. And plus, you know, it's a buff deck, so we always have to have Disco Forge in here. And then we have Okoye, who's a 2-3. On reveal, give every card in your deck plus 1 power. This is one of the starting cards you get. Nothing flashy, but gives you that buff. Starhawk is a 2-3. On reveal, plus 1 power to your cards at the left location if it's an odd turn. Otherwise, give it to the right location. This is one of the MVPs of the deck, who really comes in clutch a lot and can turn the tide of a lane. Now you can pretty much ignore all this text down here. Just know that the lane that he's going to buff will turn gold when you're about to play him. So that's all you have to remember. And then we have Jack Flag, who's a 3-3. Ongoing, the cards here with increased power have plus 2 power. I think this card's really underrated, and in this deck it is an MVP. People are sleeping on this card, and since most cards that you have in your hand and deck will be buffed, he can wind up being a 3-9 in a lot of cases. So he puts out some good power. Then we have Nakia, who's a 3-4. On reveal, give all cards in your hand plus 1 power. It's a great compliment to Okoye to get that extra buff. And we have Phastos, who's a 3-4. On reveal, give each card in your deck -1 cost or plus 2 power. The cost reduction alone is worth playing this card, so I need to play this card out more in this deck. It's really good. And then we have Viv Vision, who's a 3-4. At the start of each turn, give all cards in your hand plus 1 power if you're winning a lane. Otherwise, the card will move. Sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. It is worth the risk though, because she puts out some good buffs. And then we have Jubilee Silver Surfer, who is a 4-3. When you draw a card, add this card's power to it. Now I have to admit that I was wrong about this card initially. Kind of dismissed it at first, but it's really proven itself. And even if you're only getting the +3, the base, it's still pretty good. Some good power. If you have her and Jack Flag in the lane and she's buffed a little bit, you can really pump out the power then. So again, great card to have in here and well worth picking up. And then we have one of my favorites, of course, Captain Marvel, who I always love playing. And what can I say about this card that I already haven't? think it's great. She'll win you a ton of games, as you will see. I think 3 of the 4 games that I have picked for this video, Captain Marvel helps win me the game. Plus, she'll do the math for you, which I can always appreciate. And then, of course, Karen Page, who we already went over with her new buff. She's ready to go, ready to get back into action. And that's pretty much the list. So let me know what you think. If you give it a play, let me know how it does for you. As always, like and subscribe. I appreciate all your support and comments. Have fun out there, and as always, happy snapping.
neighborhood Spider-Man here.